Back from that heated match that almost cost us the news tonight between Equatorial Guinea and Guinea. My name is Wadulo Mark Arnold and welcome to the UBC News Tonight. Without further ado, let's take a look at the headlines. And in our top stories tonight, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni emphasizes a strong civil-military cooperation. Makerere University innovators tasked on intellectual property rights for their works. The Islamic Medical Association of Uganda to integrate Islamic traditions into medical practice. And in sports, Uganda Skateboard Union targets professionalism. All these in our news tonight. Welcome, and this is the news in detail. Makerere University wants her innovators to get intellectual property rights for their works to eliminate quack innovators. The Vice-Chancellor, Professor Barnabas Nawangwe, says that government's expectations from innovators can only be realized in copyrighted innovations. He was speaking at the 5th grants awarding ceremony for 400 innovators. Details in this report.
At least 129 were awarded out of the over 500 applicants for the 5th Research and Innovations Fund. The Chairperson Grants Committee, Makerere Research and Innovations Fund, Professor Fred Masagas Masazi, told UBC that most awardees are members of staff.
I would like to call upon members of staff who have won the grant that the fund we receive is public funds, so that when we receive money, we must be mindful of who gives us this money, the government. There is need to do the accountability, there is need to do the reporting, and we are looking forward to see projects that can transform this country, because that is where the government is interested. Not only the government, but even the citizen. They are interested to know what is happening at the university. What is the contribution of the money which comes from government to Makerere University to do research and innovations.
The Vice-Chancellor, Professor Barnabas Nawangwe, wants awardees to mentor students.
Master's students, even undergraduate students, you should mentor, especially those of you who are senior lecturers and above. You should mentor the younger colleagues into research and innovation. If you have come up with a product or a process that is unique, first protect it before you publish.
Since inception 4 years ago, Makerere University Research and Innovations Fund has awarded over 1,200 grants and recorded more than 800 innovations.
This is what we call a quality process. We are looking for quality ideas. And all of them, they are good ideas, but they are supposed to go through a sieving process whereby the researchers, the proposals are being vetted by external vetters. Vetters coming from Uganda and beyond. You have several vetters coming from other universities.
The Makerere University Research and Innovations Fund is funded by Government of Uganda. Dorcas Kimono, UBC News.
And in more news, fishermen operating at Kasenyi landing site in Kasese district have been urged not to sell off the fishing gear and equipment given to them by President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. This message was delivered by the State House Comptroller, Jane Bareche, during the official handover of modern boats, engines, and fishing nets.
President Yoweri Museveni has given fishing equipment to over 3,000 fishermen at Kasenyi landing site in Kasese district under their umbrella body Kasenyi Twetongole Group. This is under an initiative of empowering citizens for sustainable development. State House Controller Jane Bareche delivered the consignment and urged the fishermen to utilize them and eradicate poverty.
Excellency, the President donated 10 boats to Kasenyi landing site today with the purpose of making them get themselves out of poverty by registering themselves into a SACCO. They opened an account, which is a joint account for the SACCO, and they shall use these boats to fish, sell fish, and then save onto the account. Then that income is going to be used into other productive measures that shall help them get themselves out of poverty.
Furthermore, she projected and anticipated that a single boat would earn them a lot of money and advised them to organize themselves into groups for government and president to empower them easily.
I was given is that 10 boats can make 6 million for them every month, and when you multiply for a year, it becomes 72 million. And then if you put it into 5 years that a boat can spend in life, it turns into 360 million that can be able to help this circle get out of poverty if they use this money profitably. They don't put it into other luxurious measures that are going to waste their money.
The program coordinator, Major Emma Kutesa, said their goal is to ensure that more than 4,000 people benefit from the program.
First of all, I want to thank His Excellency the President, who has given the 10 boats, fishing boats, to Kasenyi Twettongole Group. He promised them to give them the source of income, which is going to help them in their support and something. I think itself it has a population of 3,000 people. All of them, they have economic activities like fishing, salt mining, and tourism. So every youth or every person in Kasenyi can tap on that economic activity, can earn a living. And I'm happy that the President has contributed on the earnings of these people in Kasenyi.
The chairperson of the beneficiaries, Robert Damulira, welcomed the donation.
Era gurupu eno twagikola okusanga nti tulina abavubuka bangi tebalina mirimu bali wano ate naffe ate n'envuba gye tubadde tuvuga olw'okutabana amaato malungi tubadde tuvuba bubi nga buli budde bwonna abakola patro batuddukako naye bwe twafuna omukisa guno ogw'okufuna amaato gano kyamanya nti tugenda kuyambibwa era kijja kutuyamba nnyo.
So so happy for that, and twebaza nnyo President waffe Yoweri Kaguta Museveni kwekituwadde kubanga nti si kyabwe musigama nti ekisange kawewamu, so nekyo tumuyaniza yebale.
I'm Ivan Juko for UBC.
The Islamic Medical Association of Uganda, IMAO, has convened a special meeting in Mbale, emphasizing the importance of integrating Islamic traditions into medical practice. Now, President of the IMAO, Professor Majid Kajimu, underscored the significance of upholding Islamic principles and professionalism among Muslim doctors.
President, Islamic Medical Association of Uganda, Professor Majid Kajimu, urged Muslim medics in Mbale to prioritize training and uphold Islamic values.
The first pillar of our professionalism, that we ask Allah to help us to do our work properly, giving us life, and also we serve, again according to our national motto, whatever we are doing, we do it for Allah and our country. So that's pillar number one that we want all our members to be following. Do whatever you do for Allah and your country. That's the first thing. And Allah gives us the guidance. Because Allah is unseen, but He talks to us through many ways, individually and as the books He talks about, and He talks about other people as well. One of the messages that's given in our guideline in the Quran, that the believers in God, in Allah, are the best of peoples. They tell people what is good and they forbid what is bad.
President IMAO, Professor Majid Kajimu, underscored the significance of upholding Islamic principles and professionalism among Muslim doctors.
And they are good, not to themselves. They are the best in terms of being seen by other people as well. So if they are not doing a good job, then they can't be the best.
Medical expert Dr. Asad Muyinda emphasized the importance of regular screenings for heart diseases, early detection to facilitate timely treatment and prevent adverse health outcomes.
And commonly, I usually tell people to start with the diet. They should watch out what they are eating. not a high fatty diet, moderate on the salt. We encourage them to do exercise. Of course, it helps them to control their weight. There are quite a number of heart-related diseases that start with weight gain and other disorders like diabetes.
The meeting facilitated leadership changes within the association and elected officials. Sudat Kaye and Yiga Muhammad, UBC News.
The director of NRM Mobilization, Rosemary Seninde, has emphasized utilizing small spaces effectively with modern technology for personal development. This was during a workshop organized by Msinji Focus Limited in collaboration with ABI Development Limited. Details in this report.
Ninde highlighted that individuals need not possess vast expanses of land to engage in livestock rearing and farming, but leverage technical advancements in limited spaces.
We are training people, those who want to start farming and those who are already in farming. We just need more knowledge to add to what they're doing, because we have appreciated that one of the challenges we have as a country is lack of knowledge and probably mindset. Why do I say this? Is because the government of Uganda, led by His Excellency the President, led by the NRM party, has done a lot for this country in terms of socio-economic transformation of our people. But in most cases we find or we realize that our people in most cases get the money for parish development model, for Emioga, but they end up poor. They don't develop as the intention of government is. Why? Probably because of the mindset and maybe because of lack of knowledge.
She commended the progress showcased by Msinji Focus Limited and ABI Development Limited, now dealing in small-scale chicken farming.
So we are trying to train people to add knowledge to what they may know or to help them understand what they don't know. We are in poultry and we are trying to show people that it's very important to have something that can bring in money at least every day. Poultry is one of the businesses that you can earn money every day as an agricultural project or business. So it is the reason we are carrying out this kind of training. I, as a former member of parliament and as a leader, a political leader, I tried this project because I want to be an example. I want my community members to also learn and benefit. And I'm trying to see how we can help our people utilize the money that is got from government in a better way.
During a breeding workshop held at the residence of NRM farming leader Rosemary Seninde in Kasangati, Wakiso district, Seninde pledged to advocate for support. The CEO of Msinji Focus Limited, William Kabugo, was optimistic the workshop will assist urban farmers in adopting environmentally sustainable practices.
If you look at our national budget, you'll find that it is way much below than the amount of money that the Chinese government gets from just one industry, which is poultry. So we believe, therefore, if we grow this industry, we can make a tremendous contribution to our national development.
The workshop was on the theme acquiring technical knowledge in farming while prioritizing environmental conservation.
The acting director, Labour and Gender Ministry, the acting director, Labour at the Gender Ministry, Egulu Lawrence, says that Labour issues need to be separated from the three-in-one Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development Directorate. He was receiving a delegation of labour rights advocates and unionists attending the International Solidarity Summit here in Uganda.
Labour issues seem overshadowed by the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development, leaving labour issues unattended to.
Our issues end up being subsumed, swallowed up, because there's gender, labour, employment, children, women, culture, youth, disability, elderly.
The acting director for Labour, Egulu Lawrence, says government is reviewing the merging of the three directorates in the Gender Labour Ministry.
So there have been discussions about how do we separate the three, because there's labour, gender, labour and social development. So each of those can be a ministry, as you can imagine. So we also want our own home. So there have been those negotiations and discussions, which among other people they have also been able to spearhead. So our directorate is called Labor, Employment, and Occupational Safety and Health. We've ratified all ILO conventions, core conventions, and of course the right to collective bargaining is enshrined in our constitution, the right to organize, the right to assembly.
An international solidarity summit in Uganda with participating labor unions has encouraged Ugandan labor force to engage employers, respect their rights through collective bargaining agreements. The conveners of the conference, the Uganda Hotels, Food, Tourism, Supermarkets and Allied Workers Union Secretary General Mauku Moses, applauds the support.
That one of the biggest achievements that we have registered arising from the implementation of the project was the signing of the first collective bargaining agreement with Carrefour. Carrefour brings together over 400 workers in Uganda with 7 stores. And we have organized 99% of the workers of Carrefour. So we are excited about this achievement.
The Secretary General at the National Organization of Trade Unions in Uganda, NOTU, Richard Bijira, says unions like HTS Union is enforcing employers to accept workers to assemble and reach collective bargaining agreements.
The only thing I need to achieve is to ensure that workers of this country attain what they are supposed to attain, so that I leave the legacy. And we shall leave legacy, I want to assure you. We are going to do unthinkables, we are going to do things which people will look at us as radicals, but we want to assure the country and to assure Unity Global Union that we are going to do whatever it takes.
The Solidarity Summit delegation visited different labor sector affiliates and companies, while at the International Labour Organization, the International Labour Organization officer Mwenya Kakasa highlighted the need for social justice and decent work.
So the main mandate of the ILO is really to promote what we call social justice, and also to promote internationally recognized human and labor rights. And as ILO, we do this through the application or implementation of what we call decent work country programs. How do we work at ensuring that workers, employers, or working men and women have better life or better livelihood?
Union officials from FNV Handel Union of Netherlands and UNI Global Federation are running a one-year project on organizing and collective bargaining for Carrefour supermarkets, workers and other unionized employees for Workers' Union under the HTS Union.
And I think this project shows the solidarity of the workers. It doesn't matter whether you live in Africa, it doesn't matter whether you live in Europe. If you're united, you'll get the best collective agreement.
One of the key objectives of this campaign was organizing more workers and to recover the loss we had during the pandemic, and our project has been successful in that sense, as our union has organized hundreds of workers.
Sudat Kaye and Douglas Setumba, UBC News.
Kabale University has marked the inaugural World Day of Regional Anesthesia and Pain Medicine with global efforts to advocate for improved access to anesthesia care and pain relief. This event, celebrated in collaboration with 23 other African cities and over 100 cities worldwide, underscores collective commitment to pain-free future.
The lead organizer and Africa research lead for the African Society of Regional Anesthesia, Dr. Isabella Ipiu, emphasized connecting globally for regional anesthesia and pain medicine.
Uganda and Kabale University are joining 100 other cities across the world in this memorable day for regional anesthesia and promoting pain medicine in Africa and across the world. We've been having dedicated presentations from local and international faculty, and the main aim is to engage our students in regional anesthesia and really to plug in to this international event.
The initiative would empower students and anesthesiasts with invaluable knowledge and skills in safe regional anesthesia.
we're so excited that the university at Kabale has supported us, supported the students, and we're looking forward to engaging the students into great skills for regional anesthesia, and we are hopeful that with the successful regional anesthesia, some of the complications that come from general anesthesia will be prevented.
Dean of Kabale University, Professor James Tumwine, highlighted the university's leadership in promoting localized anesthesia techniques.
Making sure that people don't feel pain when there is surgery or if they've had injury, to remove that pain. And it is really a new development for us, because in many cases we've been using general anesthesia, making the whole person sleep. Now we are going to the particular area which has the pain and giving an injection and getting the whole leg, for example, having no pain.
And furthermore, following the release of primary leaving examinations last Thursday, celebrations among pupils and school teachers continue in many schools across the country. Details in this report.
Hillside Junior School is celebrating good performance after excelling in the 2023 primary leaving examinations with 15 first grades out of the 26 candidates. Mutenyo Keith, an orphan, is among the best candidates.
My name is Mutenyo Keith, and I'm a former student of Hillside Junior School. I'm so happy that I got 8 aggregates. I thank my teachers of primary 7, my mom and God for having made my dreams come true.
My name is Vanessa. I am a former student at Hillside Junior School, Chisugu. Me getting the 8 aggregates was the hard work of my teachers, the hard work of my parents, and the hard work I put me myself.
The Director of Studies, Mwesige Stephen, says this good result is a reflection of hard work and commitment of teachers, learners, and the parents.
This is Hillside Junior School, Chisugu. I know that we have really achieved what we expected, and even more than what we expected, because our children have passed in Division 1 and Division 2, where our best candidates, 4 of them, they've tied at aggregate 8. The rest followed with 9, 10, 11, and 12 like that. I'm so grateful to the parents, to the school administration, to the headmaster and the deputy, the directors.
Road users and leaders in the West Nile sub-region have appealed to central governments to tackle the deteriorating state of roads. The business community want authorities to address the poor road conditions which affect trade and transport.
These are stranded trailers along the Nebi-Goli-Paida Road on transit to the Democratic Republic of Congo. Major business routes, the Arua Nebi-Pakwach, Nebi-Paida Vura Customs, Koboko Yumbe Moyo, and Arua Terego are in a sorry state, with the Karuma Pakwach Arua Road a crucial link in the region, exhibiting extensive wear and tear.
Right from Karuma is in this state as we see. We have raised this on the floor of Parliament. We have engaged the UNRWA. We have written to the Ministry of Works and Transport. We have done everything, but this is the state of road that we have for this region. Yet, this is a road which leads to these 2 neighboring countries, which brings in a lot of foreign income to this country through exports, through imports, and the road is in this state.
Drivers and motorists navigating these roads face constant mechanical problems due to potholes and deteriorating surfaces.
It spoils the vehicles. Sometimes even it causes accident on the road when you're trying to dodge pothole. Spend like from Nebi to here, almost you spend like 3 hours.
okuva epakwaki gavumenti etukolera amakubo.
It is tiresome, it is stressful, it is tasking, it's not good.
It delays the business.
It delays the business a lot. Economically, I think it doesn't make any sense.
While Uganda National Roads Authority is responsible for road maintenance, delays and inadequate coverage persists.
And when we engaged the UNRA officials, the engineers, told us that the road from Nebi to Arua is under design. But in the meantime, we appealed that let there be maintenance, let there be some rehabilitation. The whole of last year, this contractor was on this road. Maintenance from Nebi to Arua. Every time I come, I find the status of road the same. I move to the station manager of West Nile. He will come and do some 100 kilometers, some 200 meters of work, of maintenance on the road, some filling a few patches here and there, he disappears.
UNRWA's Arua Station Manager Ahmed Okir cites contractor issues and resource constraints that slow progress in road repairs.
Nebi to Arua Road, a contractor was handling, but along the way, contractor was not paid, has not been paid any RPC to date, and we found that, like you have said, some sections are peeling off. However, I have to put a lot of emphasis and effort on the contractor to come and complete the work right from Olepi up to Arua Station, Arua Town, where the work is remaining. I had only one grader, and the second grader had broken down. And I told you that, Honorable, we have only one grader, and the network is big, and even the second grader is not here.
Joseph Fodamam, UBC News.
Nakawa Division Mayor Paul Mugambe has called upon government to reduce the use of polythene bags and plastic. He was speaking during a community cleanup exercise in Ntinda by Assez Wow, a World Mission Church of God young adult worker volunteer group.
Assez Wow with community members removed garbage and plastics and unblocked drainage channels.
The situation is really better. We have removed filth, rotten stuff, we have unblocked drainage channels. It is indeed good, and I cannot have the right words to thank Assez Wow for this initiative. We are indeed very grateful. Not only today, we have always worked together, and they have made a significant impact in this area of Nakawa.
There was concern on use of polythene bags and plastics in the area, which pollute the environment.
Also for high taxes on the use of polythene bags, and we're calling upon government to encourage and promote recycling of these materials that are really an evil.
Members of Assez Wow emphasized continuous sensitization to educate the community on environmental conservation.
But so far, some people have joined us from the community. So we believe that through this, they can also deliver a message to other people so that they can ensure that their environment is actually clean.
Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
And in more news, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has emphasized the strong civil-military cooperation and to embrace government programs of Emyoga and the parish development model. This was contained in a statement read for him by the Minister for Kampala and Metropolitan Affairs, Hajat Misa Kabanda. Hajat Misa Kabanda represented the President and the Minister for Defense during the official launch of the Tarehe Sita activities in Namayingo district.
Tarehe Sita activities in Namayingo district will have several components and will culminate into the Tarehe Sita celebrations on the 6th of February 2024 at Buyende district headquarters. At the launch of Tarehe Sita activities, President Museveni was represented by Minister for Kampala and Metropolitan Affairs, Hajat Misa Kabanda. The minister, who was welcomed by the LC5 chairperson Sanya Ronald of the district and other district officials, together with senior officials from the UPDF headquarters. She toured development projects in the area, including a radio station, planted trees as a sign to conserve the environment, and held discussions with the top leadership of the district.
There are only a few children who go to the regional hub, which is in Jinja, but that one takes 16 children per intake.
We give appreciation to government. This district was in a very bad shape, but as we speak, the government of Uganda has gave us a very big ferry that is connecting the islands to the mainlands. The government has done a very good Tamaka road from Musita through Namayingo, and now services are becoming far better. We have taken off the hands of the fishermen, but now these fishermen have been left without any income generating activities.
It has never sent any office of UPDF to go and torture. It has never sent anyone to go and steal fish. No one was sent there to go and extort money from our people.
And we have many health challenges. We have some islands like Kayebe with no single health center no health facility. We have some islands like Dolwe where it's very hard for someone to access those good other services which are offered in health centers for.
The Chief of Defense Forces was represented by Major General Lake Chidega, who highlighted the activities in the remaining days.
UPDF has an unmatched record of performance guided by the clear visions and leadership of securing the future. To accelerate Uganda's socio-economic transformation, I assure Uganda that Uganda remains steadfast in contributing to Uganda's journey to modernity while contributing to regional stability. Programs like Yoga, Cash Development Model, and others are not mere political slogans, as some sections of our population have wanted to portray them.
She thanked the army leadership for bringing the UPDF to the people and for the several projects done by them for the district, but also condemned UPE schools who send our pupils for requirement fee.
First of all, to thank His Excellency the President and the UPDF leadership for having thought of bringing the celebrations to the Soga region. And I think they've told you why it came from the Soga region. I was informed that the decision to hold the celebrations in the region was to remember and thank people of Musoga for their participation in the struggles to liberate the country, like in the Lakena War.
Diano Oloin Peters, Jamil Sekaja, UBC News.
Fred!
Osmosis.
Freddy! Fred Dollar, my boss, CEO Inojo, the general of generals, the conqueror of conquerors, the first and the final, the sky above the skies, the promised land, the terms and the conditions, the international king crocodile, the source of the Nile.
I don't have money today.
Just take a polite loan of 200k to stock my shop. The signs and symptoms of success. The bank commander, not the bank teller.
Why hassle for a loan when you've got MTN Momo? We're sorting it. Use the Momo app or dial *165*5# for all quick loans. Choose from the different loan options from our partners and get one that works for you. Together, we're unstoppable.
Metu Bus Industries, Namamve, the manufacturers of buses for transporters, schools, tour operators, and special purpose vans and any customized vehicle. Metu Bus Industries offers a range of buses known for safety, comfort, and reliability. Depending on your needs, a bus can simply be a point A to point B people mover with just seats, or a special design that includes power outlet, Wi-Fi, television, refreshment center, and any other specification. Buy your buses from Metu and support industrialization of Uganda. Contact us on 0788 118586 or 0782 030303. Email us metuafricabus@gmail.com. visit our website www.metobusafrica.com.
The government of Uganda and the Uganda Bureau of Statistics is calling upon all stakeholders such as the chief administrative officers, city mayors, resident city commissioners, city clerks, city and division councillors, wards and LC chairpersons, as well as the residents and business communities to cooperate with the UBOS field teams as we embark on advanced preparations to conduct the National Population and Housing Census on the 10th of May 2024. The census will be a 10-day exercise to obtain statistical data and information that will be used for planning and policy formulation, including information on 1. How many we are, 2. Where we are, 3. How we are living, 4. What we own, and 5. Where we access services from. The Uganda Bureau of Statistics has now started listing of households and mapping in the 11 cities of Arua, Fort Portal, Gulu, Hoima, Jinja, Lira, Mbale, Masaka, Mbarara, Soroti, and in the Greater Kampala comprising of Kampala, Wakiso, and Mukono districts. For more information, please call 0755 342 128 or 0773 342 128. This message is brought to you by the Executive Director and Census Commissioner, Uganda Bureau of Statistics. Census 2024. It matters to be counted.
Thank you. Hello, Eric. Come and see my new home.
Are you looking for the best quality paint for your dream home? Be part of the new revolution with our Global Paint Silk Vinyl that gives you beautiful, shining interior walls, as Weathercoat gives you never fading and strongly guarded walls against bad weather conditions. Located along Namava Industrial Park, Global Paints, a reliable product.
The energy of this land comes to life in dreams and memories. It lights up in these nights and leads us towards new horizons. It was born in the hearts of these men, of these women. The energy of this land comes from here. It comes from Africa, and it vibrates in each of us.
I'm powered by Africa.
Oryx service stations, powered by Africa.
Welcome back. You're still watching the UBC News Tonight, broadcasting live from Nile Avenue. We now take you into the world of business. Stakeholders in the local tourism attraction sites are appealing to governments to support the improvement of the standards of their attraction sites. Now, the administrator for Tanda Archaeological Archives says that the sites were dug by Kayikuzi in the fight with his brother Walumbe. Prince Katerega says that this would be the focus as Uganda hosted the Non-Aligned Movement and G77 plus China Summit.
It takes 1 hour driving from Kampala to Tanda Archaeological Archives site in Mityana district. In the history of Buganda, the famous caves are said to have been dug by Kayikuzi during a fight with his brother Walumbe. Tanda Archaeological Archives site has 200 historical caves, all on 25 acres surrounded by forest with traditional cultural artifacts. It is private and owned by the family of late Prince Besweri Molondo. This historical site that is believed especially by Baganda as a spiritual place for Walumbe responsible for human death. The caves, some are open and others covered with bark cloth. However, for Walumbe is covered with many bark cloth in various colors, neighboring Kayikuzi.
Wano iwakawaka bulamu abamameta Walumbe nefeza kabaka bulamu nyinimu aba kinene nene nyumba kinene byonna wano yabulira era wano batano badde nga twogera hondiga mintana ya Walumbe yeno eryetanda yennyinimu tuvudde eri yonna teri nyanga n'emu eriko bino naye yiye yasoboka n'omuterako ebintu bwe biti.
The administrator of the historical site, Prince Katerega, says the site is environmental friendly, representing the culture and traditions of the land. He appealed to government for support.
I'm appealing to the minister now in place to come and visit, all the team to come and visit and see what they can help us, because we are getting so many European people who come here to visit for tourists. So I think we need some support to uplift this place. I want to thank the government, but there is already electricity. Some time back it was a darker place.
Prince Katerega said local tourism has more to offer that is interesting to the outside world.
We have tourists and culture. Those in the cultural part of it, they know, they usually come. Very many of them, every day they do come because they know it. It is already known in the Uganda government. It is already known in Uganda for that part.
Si baganda bokka n'abamawanga gonna. Kifo kirungi kikimu byafaayo bya Walumbe ulasobako mu SST Walumbe Kayikuzi Nambi Kintu Gulu bonna ebyafaayo ebyo bisibuka ku kifo kino.
While at Tanda Archaeological Archives in Mityana district, there are caves of Kayikuzi and Walumbe and forests.
Jjajjaffe Ddungu ye jjajjaffe atambula ne Kayizi era jjajjaffe ono Wanyama. Era yavunaanyizibwa ku kuyigga musirikale wa Kabaka naye avunaanyizibwa ku kuyiggira Kabaka. Kyawatali Ddungu ne Kabaka talya.
Yajja bamuyana ono gwe Musambwa omukutuzi gwa Ddiiru. Okutula Ddiiru nga bw'onogamba osaba Ddiiru y'obulamu, osaba Ddiiru ya ssente, osaba Ddiiru y'amaka, Ddiiru y'ezzadde, oddukira wa jjajja bamuyana eno. Oluva eri wa Kabaka bulamu otuukira wa jjajja bamuyana n'ateekako omukono ku jjajja bulamu by'agenda okukolera. Bamuyana n'ateekako omukono n'akutulira Ddiiru zo ze weetaaga. Jjajja bamuyana ono yatambulira ennyo mu kitundu ky'obulalu, mu kitundu ky'obutamiivu, mu kitundu ky'obubbi. Oyinza okubeera awo gw'ogamba ye ze ne bwennyoma tegunkwata naye kikumbe jjajja bamuyana omwoyo ogwo gwakutuulamu gwe ne weewananga bwonyo.
Sudat Kaye and Fred Kasibante, UBC News.
Southwestern Uganda, a major milk producing region, grapples with hefty taxation impacting product affordability. Now, despite significant contributions to milk production, processors face burdensome taxes hindering profitability, as the story details.
Sector representatives stress the adverse effects of VAT, import, export duties and other levies.
Yeah, because when the taxes are high, it means the suppliers of raw materials also increase the prices of the raw materials. So everything is very expensive because of the taxes. Yeah, that is the major challenge we are facing currently.
Dairy farmers lament low milk prices, attributing the issue partly to processor-related challenges.
Because if one season you have an oversupply and the other one you have an undersupply, the processors cannot effectively use the capacities they have. They can neither upgrade the capacity of processing because they are not sure of a sustained volume of supply.
Price. What we need to do is to organize the input, distribution and access for quality production, but also improvement on the animal nutrition and the animal health to be able to have more milk produced, but also quality along the value chain.
Efforts to address concerns have yet to yield significant changes, leaving stakeholders frustrated.
The tariffs are high. You see, you are breaking with the taxation within your own country, and again you break with the taxation within the opposite country. And whereas we are all in the East African community, so we are asking the government to intervene.
Lakeside Dairies, a major processor, highlights challenges despite high production volumes.
But currently, like starting from January, we are producing or processing more than 300 liters of milk per day. So that means even the farmers are supplying us more milk. It means production is also increasing. The reason why the why production is increasing is because we added more depots, like in Kampala, we added more depots. We added on exports. Currently, we are exporting more milk.
To foster industry stability, processors urge the government to reconsider taxation policies.
We are requesting the government to look into it, at least if they can give us some tax holidays, or if they can reduce on the tax, on the percentage of the tax. If it is 18%, at least they can make it something like maybe 5%, so that the company can also benefit something.
Current milk consumption rates fall short of global health standards, highlighting the need for action.
Ebiseera by'okuzaayo abaana mu masomero tebiteekwa kukaluubiriza n'akatono. Eno kusimba nnyiriri mpanvu, kano kalippagano ka bidduka. Simanya kuzunga na banka siripusi. Kati osobola okusasula school fees z'omwana wo ate n'okola n'ebirala ntoko ku ssimu ye ey'omu ngalo. Ekyokola kyangu nnyo. Nyiga bunyizi *165*8 ogoberera ebikulagiriddwa oba okozese app ya MTN Momo. Ate kati okola ki olwaleero? MTN Mobile Money Uganda Limited erungamizibwa banka enkulu eya Uganda.
In the production process of Aquafina, we expertly filter every drop, providing clear and perfect tasting water to help you keep hydrated with the added benefit of minerals. Aquafina is bottled by Pepsi Cola International in Uganda and is available at only 1,000 shillings.
You're still watching the UBC News, and it's now time for sports. Winners from the 2023 Handball League received trophies and other gifts at a dinner held at Grand Imperial Hotel here in Kampala. UPDF lifted the men's league trophy while police were victors among the ladies. Individual players in different positions were also awarded. And on the same event, National Council of Sports Assistant General Secretary David Katende and UBC's Head of Revenue Rosette pledged support to the game from different entities. Now, the 2024 Handball League starts next month, as Joyce Grace Kimigisa reports.
It is the first time for a goalkeeper to take that award in the nation. So I think I've made a big record this season.
Yeah, actually it means a lot to me and my teammates, because in like winning, it's not only one person doing it, it's a teamwork thing. So I thank my teammates of Kawanda SS and the coach and everybody who has been supporting us.
I want to thank the players who have committed themselves to promote this sport. And I want to congratulate those who are going to be awarded and recognized for their achievements that they were able to register in the year 2023. I want to promise that as Uganda and as on behalf of Government of Uganda, we are committed to promote as many sports as possible, and that government is opening up its resources to make sure that all sports are promoted and the players can be able to reach their highest potential.
Because as sponsors, I believe we are your partners, and we are not partners for only today, but we have been and will always be. Allow me also to thank the government of Uganda, because I've been in this handball behind the curtain for some time, and I know already the president had told me that the funding is very low. But recently she communicated that something had happened, and I want again to thank the General Secretary, because he said things are moving in the positive.
Caring Hearts Community Victory Church at Kagula Hill in Kachiri Wakiso district has celebrated the birthday of arguably Uganda's best ever football player, Polly Owuma. John Barnes Sentamu has these details.
The name Polly Owuma resonates with the sport of football that he served in the 70s, 80s and 90s as a player before venturing into administration. So celebrated he was during his playing days that his name echoed on the continent after steering Uganda to second position at the 1978 Africa Cup of Nations. Now, long retired, Polly Owuma is still part of football, with involvement in the Former Footballers Initiative that has today celebrated his 82nd birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Polly. Happy birthday to you.
What they should do, especially the young generation, it's not a question of jumping to something that can't assist you. You find that they go around with the girlfriends and whatever, not concentrating on them.
The celebration was hosted at the Caring Hearts Community Breakthrough Church at Kagula Hill in Kakiri Wakiso district.
As Caring Heart Breakthrough Victory Community Church, we thought it good to bring one of the greatest legends for Uganda Cranes, Polly Owuma, who featured in all the games that Uganda Crane was at the top. Today was his 82nd birthday. So we said, let's celebrate with him. You know, as simple as that.
Polly Owuma was flanked by some of his contemporaries, including John Ntensibe, Obadia Semakula, Godfrey Nyola and Leo Adra, who is suffering from memory loss and benefited from courtesy of the Caring Hearts community.
The problem was I would be thinking one thing here after 30 seconds. I started asking myself what I was here doing, what were the topics I was thinking about. The memory was not functioning.
Caring Hearts Community Victory Church in Kakiri Wakiso district also offers health and education to the public.
The 6th season of the St. Mary's College Chisui Smack League has climaxed with the final day thrills at Legends Rugby Club in Kampala, watched by our own reporter and shares with us some highlights.
Zimbaza, which is the class of 2006, has emerged champions of the St. Mary's College Kisubi Smack League Season 6.
We are very happy that we have won this league. It has been very grueling. Lots of injuries. We lost some people along the way. It has been a marathon. No team was easy. And as you can see today how the finale was, there was no easy take.
To the crown, Zimbas secured a 2-1 victory over Tsunami to finish the season with 42 points, which was one better than second-placed Mafias, which is the class of 2011. In third position was Outcasts that could only manage a 1-all draw with Block Owners to finish with 40 points.
We've done esports, we've done basketball, but aside from the sports, we also want other initiatives which bring us together. Financial empowerment through establishment of a circle, mentorship program to develop our professionals, to develop our young professionals, and many other CSR initiatives where we partner with people who are collecting for health and other activities for social good. Eventually, we roll out soccer clinics for the kids. I mean, you can see the kids' activities, even the wives are welcome, people from other schools are welcome. It's a big, robust network that we are building here where we relax over games, over a good chat, and we network for all our benefits. That is the reason we are here for the Smack League.
The closing day was a clear testimony of the Smack spirit of camaraderie that has been enabled by Uganda Breweries Limited through its Guinness brand.
The reason as to why Guinness partnered with Smack League is because of the relationship that Guinness has had with football over the years. We're trying to cement our relationship with football, and that's the reason we support the different leagues. But today we are here especially to celebrate, to have fun, to interact with our consumers in the spaces where they feel very comfortable and spaces where they shine brightest.
The Smack League is an initiative that brings together old students of one of Uganda's grandest institutions that compete in teams according to years of study. There are 20 teams in the league that has previously been won by Devils, which is the class of 2004, Window, class of 2003, Alks of 2007, and the Dethronda Zulus, which is the class of 2009.
And that brings us to the end of our UBC News tonight. Thank you for being a lovely audience. Join me as we usher in the new week that brings in the new month of February. My name is Wadulo Makanold, and have yourselves a lovely, lovely week.